Hello, hello, and welcome back to Burrows. We'll be continuing Gabriel's route, and I guess we will meet his Abuela? Was that what the word was? Yeah. I reluctantly follow him down the stairs. Cringing? Yes, cringing every time they creak under our weight. And now that it's daytime, I can actually appreciate the warm colors and rustic design of the home. Childhood photos of Gabe line the walls behind the stairs, with tiny baby portraits of whom I assume are distant relatives dotting the free space in between. Most of the photos are in black and white, but a few are in striking color. Sometimes sometimes I didn't know was even possible. Something I didn't even know was possible. What am I? More surprises. I need to brace myself before I get downstairs, since I'll likely be seeing some more foreign technology.
Alright, she doesn't speak great English, so she'll probably lay off you.
I wouldn't mind talking to her. I mean, she's important to you, right?
Of course, but she can be a little nosy.
He stands still on the second to last step, and I bump into his back. Does she know?
I've never brought it up.
He chuckles, and he turns to shrug at me with a smile.
But she's never asked if I had a girlfriend either.
And Gabe confidently struts into the kitchen, while I take my time examining the living room. Okay. Everything is made of plastic, at least. I think it's plastic. A strange boxy phone with no dialing disc. Okay. An even bigger box behind it with a tiny light occasionally blinking at me. To the left of them is a tinier box with the numbers of 11:15 a.m. displayed in glowing red text. Must be some sort of clock. I wonder if the kids of this age can even tell time on a normal clock. For all I know, they have some device implanted in their heads that can tell them the time, or flying cars, or spacecrafts. This spell of culture shock is suddenly broken by the click of dishes in the kitchen. Muffled voices, Gabriel's a little less so. All right, Gray, you can do this. It's just a little old lady. Taking a deep breath, I round the corner and walk into the kitchen. It's very quaint. Decorative tiles randomly dot the floors, leading up to the far wall, separated from the dining area by a low-hanging arch that reminds me of a hacienda. Okay. Intricate paper decorations in every color hung from it. They sway back and forth as the vents from the oven blow hot air their way. Gabriel is already sitting at the table, effortlessly putting away a huge stack of tortillas. I meekly wave to try and get his attention. He turns to dip a half-eaten one in some salsa and spots me. He nearly chokes on his foot, stifling a cough and by choking the rest of his orange juice.
Dude, come sit down.
All right. As I approach, I see another figure standing in front of the stove, previously obscured by Gabriel's giant frame. A much smaller pink-hued shark, man's a grill plate, gently flipping tortillas one by one. There's no way Gabe needs more food than he's already got. Hope some of them are for her. I pick a chair next to him and scoot in, only now noticing how hungry I was. Gabe notices my drooling and slides his plate between us, nodding towards it.
She'll be insulted if you didn't trust me. Dig in.
I nod and happily take one. The crunch from the first bite tickles my brain, and my tail starts wagging as warm, gooey cheese meets my tongue. A long string of the stuff forms as I pull back from another greedy bite. Gabe chuckles, patting my back.
I know, man, I know!
Please tell me you know how to make these. We both turn and see her standing across from us, sitting down another steaming hot tray of food.
Well, yeah. So, Abuela.
Hola. Gabe shoots me a worried glance, but I shoo it away with a confident smile.
Abuela, this is Gray. He had to stay the night. Someone stole his bike.
She scans the both of us with skeptical eyes, stopping to sip some coffee before responding. Okay. This area, very dangerous at night. I nod. I definitely noticed. Happy you stay. You went home. Would have been big mistake. Yeah. What's that mean?
It would have been really bad.
I hold a hand out, and she lightly grips my forefinger, giving it a gentle shake. I notice her constant trembling and wonder if it'll be like this when I reach her age. It's nice to meet you. The food was delicious, thank you. She nods, pushing the new plate of food towards Gabe. He's yet to finish his current plate, but happily slides a few more into it. Gabe.
Well, I'm still hungry.
Caesar was a jerk, yes. However, some of what he said yesterday was buzzing in my head like a nagging mosquito. Gabriel is perfect the way he is now, but eating this often can't be healthy, can it? Still, Caesar could have said it nicely if he really wanted to convince Gabe he cared. She holds the plate out towards me, and I decline, smiling awkwardly. She shrugs, muttering something under her breath. Gabriel rolls his eyes, passing me a sweating glass of ice-cold water.
It's how she shows her love. She didn't always get to eat growing up.
I get it. No worries. I'm very flattered. Gabriel, the table grows quiet while we all chew our food. Abuela keeps eyeing me, those ancient gears turning. I tried not to let my fear show, but she can probably smell it. You. Me?
Old smell.
Old smell.
Abuela, that's not nice.
No. I lean over to Gabe to whisper where I assume his ears are. What is she saying?
She didn't mean old like your age, but that you smell of an older era.
Like the past? How the hell could she have... Huh. French perfume, okay. Mama always wear. Mine too. She's the one who started putting it on me. I can't believe that old spritz I put on before I left survived the rain or the pool. She smiles at me sweetly, eyes eyes kind and warm for the first time. Gabriel rubs my back and winks, opening up the notebook from before as he starts jotting things down. Guess that's my cue to keep her busy for a while. My mother. I clear my throat. She wasn't very sophisticated, you could say. My father always described her as a wild woman. When I woke up in the morning, she'd already be sitting on the windowsill, listening to the birds singing, combing her hair. She nods for me to continue. I keep a brave face, and knowing thinking too long about this could send me over the edge. Well, she'd be sitting there in her dressing gown and getting ready for the day, and before she got dressed, she'd always dab a little perfume under her neck. It kind of hurt my nose. I was young, you know. But as I got older, I could appreciate how complex it was. I gripped my legs. One day, I started getting a crush on a person, a friend. Oh, how I made a show of it, acting like I really had a chance with them. I was just a kid, like I said. She was the person I trusted more than anyone else in the world. So naturally, I blurted it out to her one day. She was so surprised. And do you know what she said back?
What did she say?
I turned to see him looking at me, completely transfixed on my story. What happened to writing? She said, if your intention in this world is to find love, you need to tell your, paramour? How you feel. But Mom, I can't just tell them. It's embarrassing. She laughed and dabbed some of her perfume behind my ear. All I could do was wait, as if she'd given me a magic elixir. When nothing happened, I pouted and asked her to explain what she meant. What'd she say? This will tell him without telling him. She chuckled, swatting an eyebrow coyly. Gabe smirks and then goes back to writing. Wait, I said him at the end. Fuck. I guess she didn't notice. Still, close call. I wipe the sweat from my brow and take a sip of water, parched from the long story. Tell a good story, mijo. Oh, okay.
She said you have a way with words.
What? Good. Yeah. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. Yeah, we'll this is what it is.
Yeah, he's a charmer. Yes, very sophisticated, Abuela.
Aw, shucks, I try. What? I hear Gabriel drop his pen mid-sentence. It's dead silent as it slowly rolls off the table, hitting the floor with a loud crack. Gabe? What does that mean? Just like earlier, he's completely frozen in fear. I bump my shin against his defiantly, trying to snap him out of it. His eye twitches, and he springs back to life.
She asked if you're my...
Oh. That. He waves his hand around frantically, delaying his reply. He looks to me at a complete loss for words.
Well, we're...
I think I need to fill in the blank. He's my boyfriend? I cringe as soon as the words leave my mouth.
Gray. Do you mean that?
I crack an eye open, expecting to see Gabriel fuming at me. Instead, I see the biggest smile yet. Of course. What are you doing?
Well, there you have it.
Why would you say that, Gray? What can I say? He completes me. Stop. Just stop talking. The old woman stares at us for a while before nodding with a serious look on her face. Okay, I see.
You do?
Happy to you, mijo. You find somebody. Did, he make somebody for everyone? Yeah. Okay. Killing everybody. Killing young men, you know. I pray for them. Pray for you boys, too. She must be talking about that AIDS thing again. I hope Gabe included an explanation for that in his notebook, too. Be safe. We will, don't worry. He gets up and awkwardly stumbles over to her, wrapping his arms around her in a gentle hug.
I love you too, Abuela. I know you're trying to understand. I'm still trying to understand it all, too. Life is so weird.
We take we can take things slow, Gabe. Don't sweat it. Okay. Come on TV, 5 minutes. You be blessed. She slowly gets up and leans onto her wooden cane, the end carved to look like two intertwining serpents. She waves her off. Wait, I wave her off, and she disappears from view. Gabriel lets out a big sigh, the wooden seat creaking under him as his body relaxes.
That was literally hell.
She's really sweet. It's clear she cares about you a lot.
I know.
So,
boyfriends.
Sorry, it sounded like she wasn't buying the friendship story, and I panicked. He rests his chin on his hands, staring at nothing for a few seconds before giggling to himself.
Boyfriend.
Gabe?
It doesn't sound so bad.
Gabe.
Boyfriend.
I've lost him. Can we circle back to the previous matter for a second?
Oh, yeah.
He grabs the rest of the uneaten tortillas and guides me through a small door into the garage. It's surprisingly dark in here, with only a little light filtered through the tiny window. Oh, okay. Gabe waves his free hand around, eventually finding his target and pulling a chain. The lights flicker for a moment before buzzing to life. It doesn't help much, but it's better than stumbling around in the dark. I see a plush-looking sofa and take a seat, Gabe opting to plop down on an oversized sack that squishes and contorts around his bulk.
So
that history lesson, ready?
Oh, nah. Give me another 5 minutes.
All right. He nods and goes back to scribbling in his notebook. I tap my fingers on the armrest, trying to think of something to do in the meantime. Glancing around, I see a few interesting items scattered amongst the racks of random tools and scrap metal. I wonder if his father was also a tinkerer. You mind if I look around?
Go ahead. Just be careful.
I hop to my feet and start on the opposite side of the room. Some light pokes through from under the garage door, and I hear the muffled sounds of kids playing on the other side. Laying on the ground are a few dusty kids' toys, a jump rope, assorted sports equipment, some more colorful plastic oddities I can't make heads or tails of. What even is this thing?
Hey, skip-its are a great form of exercise.
There's no way this would still fit you. I toss it to the side and move towards the metal rack lining the walls. Father would have a field day with these tools. They look much lighter than the metal monstrosities he and his men used. Bins of tangled cables in every size and shape line the shelves, making it impossible to tell where one cord starts and another one ends. I wonder if Edison even knew his inventions would end up creating so much clutter in the average American home. I notice a strangely familiar shape under a stack of records and gently pull it free. Shaking away years of dust revealed a black violin case. Hey, you play? He finishes jotting something down with a satisfied nod before answering.
Not me. It was my cousin's.
Ah, do you mind if I...
Okay, it was just collecting dust anyway.
I pull the zipper along its awkward curve until it stops, popping the top open with my thumb. Inside lies a perfectly preserved cherry red violin. Bow rested beside it, The reflection is in the gaze warps my surroundings across its feminine frame. Strangely enough, I can't see myself in it. Must be a trick of the light or something. I remove it from its violet confines, and gently pluck the strings, practicing scales to see how much I need to tune it. To my surprise, it was only a little flat. Someone must be maintaining it from time to time. The bow was still properly as well. Unable to resist any longer, I start with a simple tune. All right, I'll end the part here for today. I'll see you all around.